You know, the underworld isn't that bad once you've gotten used to it. Whenever you walk through a crowded place, just make sure you plug your nose. The smell will get to you. Other than that and the occasional shade trying to escape back across the sticks, it really is a pleasant place. The underworld has become my home. From the aromatic pomegranate fields to the leaping fires of the river Phlegethon. I am the mother of Odysseus and Theclia. I am the daughter of Autolycus and Amphithea and the wife of Laertes. He and I raised Odysseus into the great man he is today, so you can thank me for that. If I could go back and tell my younger self about how I ended up dead, little me would have thought I was ludicrous. She would say that such a thing is a mark of insanity, and I must agree. But I can still remember my sorrow. I spent my final days staring out to sea, praying to Zeus that he would send my child home. Any sight of a ship would send me running to the docks. I hoped that I would be the first to greet my son and his men home after their long journey, but it would never be Odysseus to step out. Lion.
Of any ship that of any ship that stopped.
I've already said that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I could only take it.
I could only take it so long. My heart couldn't handle the idea of my son fighting in the war. I refused to believe that the boy I saw playing among the streets when he was little, playing among the pretend when he was little, was risking his life for a pointless cause. It does not matter who that whore Helen was lying with. King Menelaus could have easily found a more moral woman than her. Having such a long war over someone so unimportant is a waste of everyone's time. Odysseus didn't want to go to war and even tried to trick his way out of it. Why would anyone even bother forcing someone to go if they were so against it? Lion.
Penelope and I.
Penelope and I mourned his absence. I do think I rubbed off of her in that way, because sometimes I'll watch her, and all she does is cry anymore. I helped her with her gag funeral shroud for a while, because unraveling on a night would take her forever. It was in those times I told embarrassing baby stories of him, just to lift her spirits, even a little bit. With Telemachus too young to rule, and Laertes out of shape from retirement, Ithaca fell into a deep hole. When the suitors came, I could barely contain my anger. How could they not be at as much of a loss as I was? And here they were, taking her food and claiming her house. Who do they think they are? They wanted to marry Penelope, the poor girl, just a short while after the war ended, and even started to plot against Telemachus when he got older. Lion.
As a proper Greek,
I always served my guests with the best and made sure they are full and rested before we talk. But these men soon started to cross every boundary. We tried to send them away, but they never listened. Lion.
Every day that Odysseus
was gone, it got worse. More suitors came, and they grew even more outrageous. Lion.
They turned
servants of the house against us, and which messed up things even more. Lion.
Our
hearts started to falter more too. Telemachus started to believe that his father was dead, and Penelope, still other faithful, began to lose hope. Lion.
I couldn't take it anymore.
I couldn't take it anymore. My heart was drowned with grief, and there was no possible way that Odysseus was still alive. All the others from the Trojan War had returned. How could my son not be home yet? Line.
In quick moments,
of rash decisions, I took my own life. Whether I walked off the side of a cliff or hung myself, I don't remember. I guess some things you forget once you pass into your next life. After I died, Laertes moved into the country, deciding to live a simple life instead of his old grand one. He didn't come into town often. The grief getting to him too. Line.
thinking back,
it was the biggest regret of my life. If I only waited a little while longer, I could have been reunited with him before I had died. While you all might regret not doing your homework the day before it is due, not doing your homework the day before it is due, my biggest, let me tell you, this is way worse. Line.
Anyway,
I was doing laundry one day, and I saw my son being crowded around by shades. I always expected to see Odie down here, but he looked much too alive to be a shade. I waited in the crowd to drink from the blood that he was offering. Of course, that old Tiresias had somehow managed to shove his way up into the front. I seemed to wait forever before Odysseus beckoned me up. I couldn't believe he was here. Line.
to get to the kingdom.
I couldn't believe he was here. To get to the kingdom of the dead, he must have gone through many turmoils. When he said that he hadn't been back to Ithaca yet, I was astonished. All I could see was poor Penelope ever losing hope while he stood right in front of me.
I told him
that I had died of my own grief. A feat from his absence. A feat no mother wants to do. Line.
I now wish
I had died of disease or something else normal. At least then my son wouldn't be so downcast. Line.
Odysseus tried.
Odysseus tried to hug me 3 times and failed each time, as I do not have a body anymore. All I want is to clutch onto my son and say my last goodbyes. Then I can finally rest peacefully, knowing that he is alive and well. Line.
Then I left.
Knowing my time's up. Going back to my laundry in a flurry of emotions. Line.
It's odd that no matter what,
a mother. Line.
always starts and ends everything.
Okay. It's odd that no matter what, a mother always starts and ends everything with doing laundry. You can't escape it, even when you're dead. I could have been back home. I could have been home in Ithaca. Waiting just a little while longer for Odysseus to arrive, to finally return and expel the suitors. I could have been with my grandson and husband. I could have been helping manage the palace. Line.
Because they need.
Because they need as much help as they get with dealing with those suitors. Line.
Not much happens around
Not much happens around here. But sometimes I help the philosophers. philosophers line.
The philosophers have come up with to either.
The philosophers have come up with to either inspire them to write more quotes up, or to read off the ones they already have line.
I do think my favorite comes from.
I do think my favorite comes from Heraclitus. Day by day, what you choose. Day by day, what you think, what you choose, and what you do is who you become. I wish I read such a thing before I died. Then maybe things could have been different.